Well, here I am in my, well, not my favourite spot, one of my favourite spots. I haven't been here for a while, but it's in the favourite area that I like to come to regularly. I'm hiding behind a bush and there's been some dog walkers that have come past and I'm like, oh, I don't know who's more startled, them or myself. We're going to be talking about obstacles. When we are faced with obstacles in our life, we believe that life is there to screw us over. It is testing us, and it is to a certain degree, but not in the way that you think. You believe that life's never going to get any better, that this is just your lot in life. And this is an illusion that the ego wants to keep us trapped in, because if we are trapped in that illusion, then there's nothing we can do about it. If we believe that it's life that's just throwing things our way and we have no choice or power, we believe there's nothing we can do about it. So that leaves us to feel victimized, that we have no power. And when we feel like we have no power, that's when depression starts hitting, and anxiety and sadness, because so many things are happening external to us that we have no control over. But actually, one of the reasons why we are being led to face so many obstacles is because there is a lesson for growth within those obstacles that you are being faced with. Now, I'm not necessarily here to talk about when, one of the greatest things I get is, well, there was no reason for my daughter dying. No, I'm not here to talk about those kind of obstacles that we face in life when death suddenly occurs, or this is not what this video is about. That we have to find something positive in every negative thing that happens, because that isn't true. There's some things that happen that are just horrendous, and there is no positive that that doesn't happen just so you can find a lesson. I'm not here to talk in that way. I'm here to talk about the life lessons that people constantly face when they're constantly facing people who bully them, or constantly facing people who are angry, or constantly facing money problems or housing problems, or problems with their children, or problems that feel like they're one thing after another, and they're not always there on the grandest of schemes. They're not always like life altering, but they are enough to come in and keep throwing your life upside down. Those are the obstacles I'm talking about. Because once upon a time, that was me. Every week there was something different that I was like, why this? Why this? And I just felt like I had no power. It led me to feel really down. When I started to really step into this journey of healing and spiritual connection to my soul, I started to really understand the meaning of why some things were happening. The meaning that I was meant to start changing and healing how I dealt with things. That I was so attached to every little thing that went wrong, that every time every little thing that went wrong, I was so attached to it. I was so attached to this belief system that life had to be smooth, that life wasn't supposed to chuck this many obstacles. This is not normal. It must be something to do with me. I must be cursed. I must be here with some karmic lesson. And obviously part of the karmic lesson is true, potentially. The other part is, we're not here to live a life without obstacles in our way. We're here to learn how to navigate these obstacles in the healthiest way. We're here to learn how to show up to them. We're here to learn how to calm our nervous system down, how to calm our emotions down, so that when something shows up, you are not becoming reactive to it. You are allowing yourself to choose an action to it. Being reactive means that every time something happens, you react, whether that's shut down, crying, shouting, or just autopilot. But when you allow yourself to start calming your body down through breath work as well, slowing your nervous system down, you can start showing up to these obstacles in your life to learn how to face them differently, because ultimately that's why your obstacles are showing up. And in time, when you start to show up differently to these obstacles, you don't start to have as many happen. Because life is testing you to a degree. Life is testing your growth to see if you are going to still show up to the things the same way you used to. For example, you may have used to have angry people around you, so then you started to heal that. Actually, I've got to start finding boundaries. I want to start not, telling these people I'm not okay with this, or I'm going to step away from these people. And then a year or 2 years down the line, another angry person comes into your life. That is almost like a karmic test of how are you going to face this person? Are you going to reinforce all of what you've learned from previous lessons, or are you going to slip back into people pleasing, allowing it to happen? When financial issues are coming up time and time and time again, it's because there is a lesson there to call, how are you managing your finances? How are you facing money? Are you in fear of money? Are you having any connection to your money? So many people saying, I've got money, and this was me. Money is everywhere. I don't know what I'm doing. I've got debt everywhere. That's one of your lessons, is called to start taking your power back around money. To start connecting to where your money's going. Start contacting people, telling people you can't pay them, lessening your debt. Start empowering yourself to heal how you look at money. Look at how you're wasting money. Look at where you're spending money. If you don't do any of that, how can you then feel in power of where your money is going? How can you then feel in power when chaotic stuff is happening with money? Because you have no awareness or no connection to your money. Friendships. When friendships are breaking down time and time again, the lesson isn't just don't be friends with people, or life is full of shit people who don't know how to have friends. The lesson in that life for you is, how are you connecting to people? Are you meeting the right friends? Are you investing in your friends? Are you finding a balance of investing in your friends but not over-investing? Are you finding a balance of spending time with them? Friends are there to build connections with, but quite often we believe friends are there when we're in need, or my friend should be there when I'm in need. Or have you invested connection with that friend when you're not in need, to build a bond? People don't want to support people that they don't feel close to. And you could be friends with someone for 20 years, but if you haven't invested in that friendship, and you don't spend quality time together of some degree, why would you each want to support each other when you're going through low times? Because that's not how it works. Connection breeds people to support people. And when you realise that you haven't got anyone supporting you, have you had any healthy connections and if you have, it's with the wrong people. You need to release the people that take from you and meet people that want to give back too. People say, well, where do I meet those people? You get out. You go to groups. Speak online forums, do things that are different. People say, I don't want to do that. Okay, but then you're the product of your own unhappiness, and that is the truth. That is the hardest truth. I had to face that. If you don't change something, how can something change? You do something the same all of the time expecting a different outcome. That's a form of insanity, isn't it? And we'll go, well, it's too uncomfortable. Your life that you're living right now is uncomfortable because change is needed. Two choices. You stay in the uncomfortable comfortableness that you're used to, or you seek some uncomfortable changes that will bound to bring you something good, because anything that you sit in uncomfortableness to change for the better of you is bound to bring you something good. What are your lessons? We are not a victim of life as much as we think we are. Yes, we are a victim of circumstances to a degree, but then there is still empowerment you can take from how you show up. We don't always get a choice in what happens to us, but we do get a choice in how we deal with it, how we face it, how we heal it. We don't get a choice in how people treat us, but we do get a choice in whether we accept it, whether we keep enabling it, whether we change that. Life is there to help you evolve, to help you grow. If you choose to recognise that and you choose to reflect, you'll grow. If you keep believing that you're just being fucked over by life and you don't realise the power you do have, then you won't be able to make those changes that actually you do deserve. So it's raining. I'm gonna have to come out of this. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment below what you can take from this video. How has this impacted you in any way? All my love.